Hey everyone, it's Miasma from Giant Media here with another anime review. Today we're going to be talking about the series Now and Then, Here and There. Now this is an anime that accurately portrays, as far as I think that citizens can portray, the horrors of war. It came out in 1999 and largely kind of fell by the wayside of larger shows from that period, such as Neon Genesis Evangelion, Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece, and so forth. One thing that I think this series definitely does better than all of those series combined is the despair that you feel within its characters and the situations that they are given. This series is not afraid to go towards unforgettable avenues to convey discord, and there are scenes here that I will never forget. Our plot is about a boy named Shu who meets a mysterious girl named Lalaru, who is just as quick as he meets her, hunted down by these people who come in mechs. And he gets into a scuffle trying to save her, and he gets abducted along with her back to this dystopian futuristic world and taken into a kingdom called Hellywood. Now, within the world of Hellywood, water is very scarce. Water is very scarce in all of the world. And those who have it seem to have all of the power, and those who don't kind of get run over by the people that do. And King Hamdo is the leader of Hellywood, and as such, he commands this fairly large army of a lot of child soldiers, and he kind of goes around terrorizing villages and kind of taking their children and their women into his army in order to grow his power. And this is where Lalaru kind of steps in. Lalaru has this magic pendant that can create water. And so yeah, she's a hot commodity in this world. And King Hamdo will do anything, and I mean anything, to get Lalaru in her pendant. Now, within the scuffle, though, the problem arises that her pendant gets lost. Her pendant falls off of her. And Hamdo now has two new prisoners, but no pendant. He throws Shu into... he beats him and tortures him first, horribly, and then throws him into his child military, which is made up a whole bunch of ragtag kids that Hamdo has given this false promise that they will be able to return home once the war is over. Once the war is over, everything will be peaceful. And so they kind of follow King Hamdo and do unspeakable things in his name. You know, they pillage these villages, and they take women, and they murder, and they just do terrible things that you would never expect kids to do. But to some of them, it's kind of become second nature. And girls seem to get the worst treatment here, as a lot of them are kind of just used to create more soldiers. And this unfortunately happens to Shu meets this American girl while he's imprisoned, named Sarah. Sarah, like him, was taken into this world from our reality because they thought that she was Lalaru, and they abducted her, and they just kind of, after realizing that she wasn't Lalaru, they just kind of kept her prisoner anyway. They found this other use for her as a sex slave for the soldiers. And she's a very young girl, and this anime is not afraid to kind of go there and show you the reality of that situation. It isn't super graphic. There aren't like scenes here that could make you vomit. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it doesn't. It's not too graphic, but it implies heavily what's happening to Sarah, and even in some cases, Lalaru. Lalaru is taken into Hamdo's quarters as his own personal slave, as he tortures her into kind of spilling the beans onto where her pendant is, which of course she doesn't really know. And she's in his quarters, and it's implied what happens, and I don't really like talking about it, but this anime is very dark, and it's not afraid to go there. So if you don't think that you could handle that, maybe don't watch this series. I don't know, or just definitely prepare yourself, because it is an amazing show. This anime, it delivers, it delves really into the minds of the child soldiers as well as and even the surrounding villages around Hollywood. It truly shows how the desire to end a war can fuel the flames to keep it going. And we the soldiers do all these things in the hope of it being over, but their actions are only making it even worse. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil any more of the actual story. It's mostly about Shu and his having to deal with this new world that he's in, being a child soldier, and Lalaru being imprisoned by the evil King Hamdo. The animation in this anime was alright. It's from 1999, and it doesn't look... It's not the best thing you ever see, but I don't think it's the worst. And it looks alright at times. Music-wise, I didn't really like the opening or the ending theme, but I liked a lot of the background music. I thought that was very good. And some of the scenes, they actually sync it up very well, where the animation has like a high point, along with the background music being very good, and it makes for some very rememberable scenes, especially this one with the Sarah girl, the American girl who is now a sex slave in this society. She eventually escapes this life, and during her escape, it has this very, very cool scene with beautiful animation and solid music behind it. So some of it stood out more than others. In terms of voice acting, I watched this in the dub, and it is a 1990s dub, so a lot of the mouth flaps don't match up the right way. If you've never seen an anime like that, it might bother you. It bothered me a little bit. I've seen some shows like that, and it just bothers me. I think because I'm so spoiled to dubs that we get today. However, the acting in it was pretty good. It has Dan Green, who was famous as Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh! It has Crispin Freeman, who is now famous as Itachi Uchiha. And my favorite performance of the entire series was by far Lisa Ortiz, I believe her name is, as Lalaru. Lalaru is kind of the stoic sort of character, mainly because she's seen a lot of crap in her time, and she's just been used as a tool for much of her life. So she has this very stoic and negative aspect on a lot of things, but deep down she is very emotional. And I think Lisa Ortiz nailed this role because she did the stoic very well, and she conveyed the emotions that Lalaru can convey very well. The anime definitely isn't perfect. It doesn't. It ends rather nicely. It ends on an alright note. There is an ending here. It's not one of those anime that after episode 13 you're left like, man, where do I go now? Am I to read the manga? There is. I think if there was a manga that came afterward, this was an original piece. But the ending at the same time does not wrap everything up. It doesn't answer all of the questions that you may have had, mostly about background. And I wanted more about the background of Lalaru and about the background of Hollywood and this world in general. How did it get like this? How did things get so bad? How did Hollywood become so powerful? What is Lalaru? Why does she have this pendant? It doesn't really answer a lot of these. And I guess it wasn't entirely necessary to the story because the ending was very good, and the series overall was a very emotional and worthwhile ride. But I just like to have seen some more. Perhaps maybe this anime was like 26 episodes instead of its 13. That could have been done. But nonetheless, Now and Then, Here and There was an incredible experience. There are several scenes, like I said, that I will never forget. And it will make you feel sorry for these characters, and it will make you feel hatred for this evil King Hamdo who just is one of the worst anime characters I've ever seen in my life. No other anime I've seen recognizes the complexities of humanity like this one did. At times it can show the toxicity of human nature, and within the same world you find the power of peace, and it tries to convey that message, how peace should exist in this world, and without it, it's just horrible. And like I said, it wraps up rather nicely, and without the only flaws I really have in those few unanswered questions. But please buy this anime if you can. It is definitely worth it. please definitely at least watch it. I want more people to watch this anime because not enough people talk about it. It's only 13 episodes long. It is out of print now, so it's kind of hard to find. I was able to get a copy of the DVD collection at Anime Boston for around $70. So I know that's kind of pricey for some people, but if you're able to watch it, please watch it. And if you're able to purchase it, please purchase it. I feel like it's one of the more underrated anime of all time. But yeah, as always, guys, let me know down below what you guys thought of Now and Then, Here and There. And I will be having a blog post about this, which will go into a little more detail, in which I compare this anime to the war film Saving Private Ryan. And as always, guys, comment down below and subscribe to Gyre Media. As always, this is Miasma, signing out.